Sanctuary Sessions. Da-da.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome.
to Contact
We just did that at the same time. Jeez.
Would you expect anything less? We always have that telepathic connection, you know. We'll be sitting in rooms and we'll say what the other one's thinking or vice versa. We don't have to be thinking a thing.
Nope.
We'll discuss what we were thinking. It was the same damn thing.
Yeah.
So we never realize as humans how much we really telepathically communicate.
Yeah.
And it's in doctors' offices. It's in everyday life. You know, if you're sitting in a waiting room, you can put on your shield or blinder or cloak or whatever. And it's like a little armor where nobody can see you or talk to you. You know, and it works. I've done this because I'm not the one to sit and
Chatty Cathy.
Well,
hi, honey. How are you today?
Yeah. Did you know so and so's cousin over there went to? I got that all the time, so I had to learn how to shield myself from that. But people will see those telepathic signs, and they read your energy, whether they know they're reading it or not, and they know that you're not approachable or whatever, you know. And it's pretty cool how all that works.
It is. It's we were just talking about fuck.
I know.
Shit. Hold on a minute. We were just talking about don't lie to me. My intuition tells me.
Absolutely.
And I was telling Dallas, I was like, you know, the thing about this path is as a mentor, we already know everything about you.
Absolutely.
We've already, as a shaman, we have psychoanalyzed you, broke you down. We know where your traumas lie, but are you ready to sit and heal it?
Because if you're not, then it's going to be the same old, same old.
Then
And
you
you got to
just
be
don't-
willing to listen to what the person is telling you.
Yeah.
If they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Clearly we do. We've done this for quite a while, and we read energy, you know, with the best
Yeah.
of them. So if we're telling you in a nice way, you know, that this is what's going on.
Or
this is what
asking.
you need to work on.
Yeah.
Please take that to heart, because it's not us being defensive. It's not us being like offensive, I should say.
Yeah, no.
It's not us being anything other than concerned for your general well-being, because that's what we do as shaman in a spiritual path.
Yeah.
So if we're recommending something for you, then it's definitely worth taking into consideration. Or in fact, it is something you should take into consideration, or you're not going to heal yourself if you don't.
Yeah.
And you're going to continue to repeat those lessons and patterns.
Yeah.
That's just how it's designed.
It is. So, forewarned, anyone who chooses to be in my life, I've already psychoanalyzed you. I've already broke down your traumas. I know how you can heal them. But I could say not a word about it, because I know when people are ready to actually heal. Some people think they are. Some people are in the process, just beginning processes of it. And they think that they've healed, but they truly haven't, because it's layers of healing.
Well,
and you've got to be
they
able
are
to.
without that trauma, you know, so they cling to that trauma, as painful as it is.
Absolutely.
Because that's their self-identity.
Yes.
They don't identify as anything else, so they can't fathom letting that go. As much as we could always tell them, you know, as much as we could talk till we're blue in the face, but they're never going to get it until they realize just that they've became their trauma. Yeah. They self-identify as that trauma and cannot get past it.
Yeah.
Even as much as they say they are or they want to, that's what happens. They hold on to it because they don't know who they are without it.
Absolutely, and that hits right on the head. And it's stuff, people who feel defensive when you sit down with either me or Dallas. Dallas is a little bit nicer than me. I'll rip you to the core, and Dallas will.
I'll rip you to the core, but I'll give you a reach around while I'm doing it.
He definitely will, but he's getting there. He's getting there on that. It's his sweetness. He don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and you know, I had to overcome that too.
Well, I mean,
is
if you're
hurting
going to be
people's feelings.
if you're going to step into true shamanism, you're going to have to do that regardless. And I have done that. It's just a little. It's like pulling off a Band-Aid. Each time you do it, it gets a little easier.
Exactly.
You know?
And just recently, you've let this whole not different, it's been there, but you've suppressed it, the unsuppressed side out. And it's been that more aggressive, hey, I'm preaching.
Yeah.
So you know, when if you've heard us here on the show, obviously it comes out. We turn into reverends here.
We do.
You know, it might come off as anger to some people. It's not. It's passion.
Yeah,
it's
it
the
is
same
very
if your preacher
passionate.
man's up there in front of the, you know, whatever of people. And he is preaching so hard he's spitting.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's like. It's passion.
Then 2 or
It's
3 of them
passion
get
for
upset
what
doing
you
that.
believe in.
It
And
really is passion.
not just believe in, but live, like
Yeah.
how we live.
Yeah.
So, healing. Oh my God, guys, there's so much that's happened since the last show.
God, yeah, we've lived a whole chapter since last show.
Yeah. Like, first and foremost, I am free.
She's like a little kid. She's no longer a caged bird. She is
No.
free.
Yeah. So, after many years, I am separated from my husband. I know, shocker, guys.
Wow.
Y'all didn't know I had a husband. Most people didn't. So yeah, everything's really good. It could be really bad. I could choose to dive into them traumas, but
But you're not going to. You're
No,
right.
I've moved past those. Yeah.
traumas.
So, something I want to talk about, and it's like I need to talk about because this is something I've been talking out loud to everybody that I need to say it to, is that I have mother trauma. And my mother, my whole life, I have felt disconnected from her. And my mother and her mother is the same way. You know, it was worse for her, I guess. But I've never felt really connected to my mother. But yeah, I am.
Right.
You know, I've encountered my mom, you know, bless her. I love her. She is my mother. She gave birth to me, and she did the best that she could unhealed.
Right.
And like, it ain't like I had a really bad childhood, but when you go back working on your traumas, you realize that, you know, certain things impact you in a more deeper way than you knew.
Absolutely.
So, growing up in the Appalachians, and this has to do with my separation, we're taught that you get married and you don't get out of that marriage. You don't get out of that marriage because you got to do it for the kids or whatever. So, that's a bit, it's not just here, it's in a lot of backwards places, I guess, but it's a big Appalachian thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I have been shunned from my family the first time that I got separated from my husband for a year, and my mother turned her back on me. It's not the first time, you know, it's just, but, you know, right now she turned her back on me. And so that's a lot of shit. If I wasn't as strong as a person spiritually that I am today, I would already lost my shit. Because not only do I have my mother who has turned her back on me, but I have a child that has turned their back on me. I have, it's like everything is out to get Holly right now. And I'm still standing fucking strong.
Absolutely.
I want you guys to know that out there. If you, whatever you're going through in life, whether you have mother trauma, father trauma, whatever it is, dig deep in that shit. You know, sometimes I want to reach out and heal me and my mother's relationship, but she's not ready.
Right.
And I've tried. But when your mother has so many deep-rooted issues with herself, where she can't be happy that her daughter got out of a abusive marriage, and is thriving, you know. I always said I never understood the mentality around here, how they shun people.
No, I can't for the life of me figure out that disconnect. It's deep-seated trauma,
Yeah.
and I hope that everybody involved is able to heal, including you. And you have. You're healing it. You're living through it.
I know. I
perfectly.
just don't. Right now,
You're
I don't
handling
understand it.
great. I don't understand it either, but you're handling it well.
I mean, I do understand it. I get where she's coming from, but you know, when do you take responsibility for your actions?
Right.
So yeah, I hope my mother heals, and I hope that she discovers one day what an amazing daughter she
I
has.
hope so too.
I do.
Yep.
So that one's for you, Mother.
Absolutely.
She'll never listen to this, but that's okay.
Right.
That's for you guys out there who have that trauma.
That's how you heal that.
Yeah,
trauma.
man. That's you talk
speak
about
that
it.
shit out, man. Because as raw and as uncomfortable as it is, it's a situation that's happening in your life right now that you have to heal, and to heal it, you have to verbalize it.
Absolutely.
You have to feel the feels and let it go, and then wish them the best and go on about your life. If not, you're always going to have that void that you're trying to fill
I
and
have
that
money
lesson that you're
issues,
trying
yeah.
to learn. So it's why not just go ahead and face the little uncomfortable healing parts. That way you can continue forward. And regardless of whether you're in a relationship with them or not,
Yeah.
you still love them, you wish them well.
I
you go about your
healed
day.
mine.
Right. There's always going to be that disconnect, though. That's like a cord cutting, honestly. It is.
Yeah.
It's something that you can't come back from, I don't feel like.
No,
I mean,
there
the
is.
relationship will never be fully repaired.
No.
Even though you're
Yeah.
healed, that's okay. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Sometimes you just have to nothing people,
Yeah.
and not let them affect your peace. in any way,
Exactly.
shape, or form.
That's where I'm at in my life. But I can easily tell you guys, my life is not easy. And I'm learning. I'm having to learn shit. And thank God for Dallas. Thank Buddha. Thank Gaia. What the fuck ever. Higher power, the universe, spirit. But I'm happy to have Dallas. He's been here for the last 3 years. And we've healed a lot of shit together. We have been through a lot together. And even right now, when it seems like everybody's against me, not everybody, my tribe, I love you guys, by the way. Y'all are fucking awesome. But I'm showing my vulnerability. And I'll tell you why. Because at one time, I kept everything inside and I had nobody. I had nobody to talk to about it because, of course, if I was around somebody, I wasn't going to tell them my business. I didn't want to even spill that out because you don't want to. You just don't want to. It's something that you've sat with and healed parts of, and
I feel you in the same way.
yeah. So I didn't have anybody really to talk to, and then definitely about traumas and stuff. Me and Dallas both. I'm telling you, 3 years ago, we started diving into our shit.
Absolutely.
Deep.
We've worked hard every day
Deep.
since.
Yeah.
Very deep, dedicated. I mean, I'm talking like fully dedicated to the cause on getting to be the more evolved versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
We realized it was possible to heal. And without even truly knowing we were doing it, we were sitting there healing until we figured out,
Yeah.
speaking it and verbalizing it to another person is quite freeing in
Yeah.
any trauma. Because for whatever reason, we need that release, right? And then that's what sets you free of that trauma.
Yeah.
You don't become the emotion, you just feel it and you let it go.
Let it go, yeah. And that's what our people's like. It's not everybody that... There's a good portion of people, it's just like anything else. You learn differently. That's the way that I see it.
That's how I see it too. There's no wrong way or right way, man.
Yeah.
The only way that you're going to do it is to actually just do it and start buckling down, because I can't tell you how many times in my life I was guilty of just like getting into the mundane and putting the spirituality on the back burner.
Nope.
I did not realize what a crucial role it played in a healthy, active life.
Yep.
Spirituality. So if you're healthy and active, but you still feel like you're missing something,
Get your spirituality.
check out your spirituality, and go through your mind, if you don't have anybody to vocalize it, to write down the traumas that you know exist, even if it's ones that you don't want to dredge up. Write those down and look at them, face them, read them a time or two, feel the feelings that it makes you feel, then rip them out of the notebook and burn those bitches. That's how you do it. That's how you heal, even if you don't have a partner that you can vocalize it to.
Yeah.
Because there's power in the written word and there's power in language. So you need to express what you feel in some way, shape, or form. That way it's outside of you now and you let that shit go. Now you can think of that memory and not be so bothered by it. It sets you free of that emotion, free of that feeling that you harbored for so long. And what a beautiful feeling it is to get to work with somebody through all those, and to somebody that without a doubt does not judge you,
doesn't question you,
doesn't question you, you're on the same page, same vibration. great. It's amazing that we've gotten to do that.
It
And
is.
I'm filled with such gratitude
Me too.
for many things for everything in my life right now. Even the things that I'm still trying to manifest, I'm
Yeah,
grateful for
same.
because I know they're coming.
Oh yeah, they're definitely coming.
That's the biggest part of the reason why people fail in bringing in manifestation is they
Yeah.
don't truly believe that it's going to happen.
No.
As
And
much as they
that's-
want it to, they still cannot believe that it's going to happen.
And it's also part of giving over to your spirituality. That is where the secret is.
Oh God, yeah.
It's not 1 foot in the mundane and 1 foot over here.
No, it's 100%
So,
in the spirituality.
absolutely, it is. And that's what they're not telling people. And they're not telling people that. Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, by God, we're the cheapest motherfuckers that can tell you
I know.
how to change your life.
Yeah,
and we want to
absolutely.
give it away.
I know.
Hell, we have gave it away for
Yeah,
years. I've been
right.
preaching. But together, me and Dallas, we have gave away everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys that are listening and have followed us and known us, you know how we feel about this. You are a tribe people.
Absolutely.
I mean, shit is coming into formation. Synchronicities are every day with every
Yeah.
person.
Uh-huh.
I recently, I think I talked about this on the last show, didn't I? Or no?
What's that?
Talks about my romance.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
Magical
you alluded.
romance.
I think you did.
I
absolutely.
did, yeah. I think I did. Well, that's ended, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful friendship now.
It was a whirlwind.
and
It was beautiful.
God.
Like I got to witness the whole thing as
It
an
was so
outsider. It was a
magical.
cute little, beautiful, Hallmark gothy type moment.
Oh
you
my
know.
goodness, it was, and I needed it for so many reasons.
Yeah.
Um,
So many magic things happened in that period, that span of time.
it was. It showed me
We grew like leaps and
so
bounds,
much,
man.
and so did he.
Yeah.
And he's healing, and I'm healing,
Yeah.
and
The
'cause
better part is you're putting yourself back out there while you're healing.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
yeah, absolutely.
Because
and
we can do that, you know.
heck yeah,
I
we're always healing.
Yeah, I used to be like dead set after this last relationship that I had that ended shitty. Like it broke me in every way. I healed a lot from that, and that actually I'm very grateful for because it propelled me leaps and bounds along the spiritual journey. The things that I learned after that in or like in deep meditation and in deep just reflective thought about my past.
Yeah.
I had some beautiful, beautiful epiphanies, and then that's right when we connected and we got to start on this path together. So it was, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
But what's cool is when you give over 100% to that, and know that Spirit's going to provide, and this is wholeheartedly what you're meant to do, and you know with every fiber of your being, then you give into that, and just it's like reckless abandon. But man, the hard work you put in, I promise, is going to come back in leaps and bounds.
Yeah, and don't you worry, Spirit's going to keep giving you those lessons. But
Oh,
if you're
God,
more
yeah.
mindful of those lessons, it's like, I'm going to test you and see how you react in this situation. Are you going to go back into something that you're uncomfortable with?
Right.
Or are you going to choose to just be solitude? And not meaning that I'm shutting myself off to the world, but, it's...
Well, listen, you got to protect your energy.
Oh, yeah.
We've worked very hard to get to where we are, and the thing is about us and dating us, it's going to take a very strong-minded person,
Very.
and a very healed person
Very.
to be able to handle us. Because
Yeah.
if not, we're so good at reading energies. We know people before we know
Yeah.
them, and we can tell you everything about that situation. So we know very quickly on if it's going to be a thing or not.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to have to happen till like the stars align. So if you're listening, I know you found me in 10,000 lifetimes. You better come on, man. We're ready. We are ready.
I love it. I think the beautiful part about what we do and who we are is who we get to meet. And we have such
Absolutely.
stories, beautiful stories.
Ooh.
And I can say that the witch slayed the wizard.
That's a chapter in your book. How cool is that?
It is, and it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
and yeah, I got to share that with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's, I don't know, there's synchronicities there.
Oh, 100%.
A lot of synchronicities there.
Listen, life is beautiful and it works in mysterious ways, and you never know what you can expect on a day-to-day basis. So enjoy every moment that you possibly can, like it's going to be the last one, because it could be.
It could. And stop holding yourself back.
Please stop holding yourself back.
My God.
We stand in our own way so very much by thinking about caring about what people think about us.
Yeah.
Stop that, please. Because you know as well as I know that it's not going to do any good to sit there and stress about what people are thinking about you.
Ask yourself, are they paying my bill?
Exactly.
Are they wiping my ass?
Exactly.
Do they have security cameras in my house watching me 24/7?
Exactly.
Hell no.
Preach, sis.
Let me tell you what, coming from someone who has been damned and has been shunned, and God, let's just go on about everything here. No, but seriously, it ain't all that bad, guys.
No, it's not bad at all.
Shoot, who gives a fuck?
You gotta let that shit go.
Who gives a fuck?
And you'll look back and ask yourself, why was I so stupid?
Yeah,
to stress
you will. Once you
so
get through
much
it and
about
look
these
back.
situations. Time and time again, I've done that. So I've learned to just let go and let God, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just let things be, man. If they're meant to be, they will be.
Let it be.
Because if they're not, they're going to be
Let
moved out
it
of your way
be.
very quickly. So just enjoy that ride. It don't matter if it's 10 minutes or 3,000 days that you get to spend together with somebody. The beautiful thing about it is it's all choreographed, and before we came into this life, we choreographed this dance, this beautiful life that we're living, so we get to learn these lessons with other people. So we agree with other people at an amount of time to help us learn these lessons, and then we drift on out of our lives in this life. But in the bigger grand scheme of things, we'll know those people, and I think there's key players in our life that go from life to life with us, and that's really cool, especially when you get to find each other in these lifetimes. And that's what helps you heal your shit too, you know?
Yeah, it does.
When you're that in tune with yourself, man.
And, sorry, I'm up here in the fish tank. I'm going to turn down the heat on the thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, is it warm in there?
I think it's getting too warm, and it's getting algae.
Too much algae,
Yeah.
I got you. It's a beautiful, beautiful tank, guys. We get to sit in here every day and watch these fishies. And some of them are very, very beautiful. They're guppies, and there's one that's we call Roy G. Biv, and he's very rainbow colored and fluorescent. And then there's all kinds of neat little wildlife in there. There's snails.
Yeah, I've got a fish tank in the living room too. I've been trying to get it cleaned up, and now the algae's growing on this one. I got a little pleco in this one and a huge one in the other. I'm going to wash my hands real quick.
You might be thinking, why is a spiritual podcast talking about a fish tank? But guess what? You can actually use this to learn spiritual lessons. It's a very tedious job maintaining a fish tank. There's a lot of love that you got to put into it for it to be just right conditions for the fish to thrive, and these are breeding and everything. But you have to kind of connect with the fish and the tank really, and just know innately what you need to do. But there's 1,000 things that you got to put into it, and that's kind of like our spiritual path. We can do the same when we get in tune with that. And it's also like for the people with green thumbs, the people that let their plants are growing and prospering. You have to actually make that energy connection with those plants, and then they actually allow you to know what they need. You know, it's really cool how it works.
It is, and as we talk, we are surrounded by greenery.
Right, and then this is
part of our
part
manifestation,
of it, yeah.
actually.
Absolutely.
So beautiful. We've got, our lovely, what is that, Skittles?
White Widow.
White Widow. Beautifully growing. Lemongrass and all kinds of indoor plants.
Yeah, all of them vine plants.
Got some aloe, got some snake plant.
Like, this room is teeming, and that's how it can be with you too. Once you start to work on your spiritual shit, man, all of your stuff starts falling into place because you're working on yourself, you're healing yourself, right? And the more room you make for that good things to come in, they will,
Hell yeah.
You cannot expect good things if you're walking around with a negative attitude all the time, or if you're holding on to
Yep.
trauma of any kind, whether it be grief or whatever. You got to figure out how to deal
You gotta
with
stop
that.
being a victim.
Yeah, and then let it go. Deal with it, let it go. Don't wear it as a badge. It's not meant for that. It's not meant for it to define you. You gotta let that shit go. You heal it, you feel it, you let it go.
You gotta feel it to heal it.
You gotta strive to thrive.
There's no better feeling
Then
feeling alive. My trauma, it made me
Allowed it
meant to break me. Oh, that's a song.
It's a song we've been working on. Just a little blurb there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just come on
one
out.
of the many songs that we've been working on. Listen, we are letting our creativity flow, and that's what I recommend for you guys too.
Hell yes.
Life is too short to hold yourself back. So, grab a canvas, paint a painting. Grab a notebook if you're a writer. Write down your thoughts. Write down. Just sit in solitude and ground yourself, and maybe even go into a little bit of a meditation, and then write down your experiences. Anything that comes into your mind is an experience that you're having for a reason.
Yep.
So don't second guess yourself as saying, oh, that was my imagination. You're right, it was your imagination, but you just created that into existence, and that it goes deep there. But yeah,
The imagination is a very powerful
Very
thing.
powerful.
And we were told it was a childlike thing.
yeah, very.
So it was taken away from us.
It was.
And so what we have to do is remember who we are,
Yeah.
you know, and that's a big message for all kinds of people that we know separately and we ran into, and they said, I just keep getting, like
I
Keith.
just keep getting in meditation.
Yeah.
Remember who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Holly experienced that for you. We've probably documented it.
Oh,
on
we have
here.
2,000 times.
Remember who you are.
Yeah, remember who you
in
are.
a lot of our different meditations.
But yeah,
It's crazy.
it is crazy.
It's crazy how much we hold ourselves back.
We
and
do.
I hope that I can reach everybody that I can by saying this. We hold ourselves back. Get out of your own way. Heal your trauma. Quit being stubborn. Heal your trauma. You know what you need to work on. And let it go. I promise you, you won't be bitter anymore. I promise you that bitterness goes away. I promise you that stress goes away when you start working on yourself. And when you realize that peace at all cost is the most important thing in this journey, then you protect that very strongly. And then you want to work on yourself and better yourself enough till you can just do this stuff innately. And it comes, man. If you put in the work, you get the reward in many different aspects. Financially, in your love life, whatever you want to call it. You can manifest this stuff in, and that's how you do it. You get rid of any of the baggage that's holding you back. Unload that old stagnant baggage to bring in the new and beautiful things, because I promise you it gets real beautiful.
Yeah.
Even through all the chaos and the hell that we walk through daily,
Yeah.
it still gets very beautiful.
Yeah, it does, because it is a whole mindset. It is a new earth.
Yeah,
and-
we've been seeing like weird little commercials about spiritual things,
Yeah.
and like even in Walmart advertising spiritual things.
Yeah, it's like the age
It's
of
the new world
Aquarius.
coming in, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that new mentality that we're inviting in and we're working on daily to
Hell, we're not alone in that.
You know, thousands of people have started doing this, man. If you can reach one person, that person's going to take it back and reach another person, and so forth and so on. And that's how we change the world. That's how, if you're wondering how you can do your part in changing the world, it's changing yourself. It's healing yourself.
Yep.
It is doing the hard work to raise those vibrations, because as a collective, those vibrations, we tune into those. So the higher the vibration, the higher we're going to tune in, and that's where the new earth comes in. What a beautiful process that we get to be a part of here.
Yep. So, if you guys would like to donate to the cause, to the sanctuary, you can do so by just PayPal. What is it? Gene_02 at hotmail.com. Like
Cash App.
Cash App.
I mean, just if you want to, just reach out to us.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
just
and
reach
we'll
out and let us know if you would
provide a
like to
way.
donate to the cause, because right now is a very crucial time for us. We feel it. The community's coming
Yeah.
closer.
Mhm.
There is some talk right now. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. There is some talk, and it's looking very, very promising. I mean, it's just the way that it's going to pan out. We may be looking at the Tennessee area.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited, which
Yeah.
is not a huge move for us, but it's
still
it
a
would be an
move.
exciting move, absolutely.
yeah, I don't feel tied to
Me
this
either. I
holler
think
anymore.
we've both been shunned in the past 6 months, so I mean, there's really like not a whole lot here
No.
for us that used to be. Don't get me wrong; the mountains
I
will
love
always
it.
be my security.
Absolutely.
But you know, when it's time to move on, we know it's time to move on. If that's just follow what you know in your heart and your gut is what you want for your life.
Yeah.
Don't hold yourself back for
No.
that.
No, don't. Please don't. Because
Don't hold yourself back for any
No.
other individual person.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because if that's your calling, you're going to miss it. If
Yeah.
you don't take these opportunities that come few and far between,
Then you know.
you're going to miss
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just after you start to trust your intuition, it just becomes, it is, and
Yep.
you just go. And I'm telling you, that is a very powerful thing to be able to let go completely
It sure
and
is.
say, I'm going to go where the world takes me.
Absolutely.
So yeah, things are happening, and I hope you guys are feeling it and seeing it too.
Yeah, we got a gallery reading coming up in March. Our second gallery reading.
Yeah, we're gonna
and
be-
it's more going to be geared more toward like a seminar where we talk
Yes.
about shamanism and then
In the
also
gallery.
give people, you know, messages that we get.
Yeah. So tickets are available for that as well, guys. If
Yeah.
you are interested, tickets are $50 for a 2-hour session
Yes.
with a gallery reading. It's going to be hosted at the Park Avenue Theater in Norton, Virginia.
And you can reach out. It's actually on Appalachian Spiritual Retreats as
Yes.
an event if you're interested in going to that.
Yeah.
Also, too, we are going to do our very first energy work sessions together in the public
Yes.
at the Wise in March as well.
Yeah.
And it should be a good time. We're booking actually currently, if you're local and you're listening to this, we're booking appointments right now. It is
Yes.
by appointment, and you get a 30-minute window
Yes.
with us, and that's us clearing your chakras, doing the hands-on healing if we need to.
Yeah.
And then also
Counseling.
giving you just a brief overlay of the
Yes.
spirituality counseling.
Yes.
But yes,
That's
so
exactly
that's
right.
available, and you can reach out through the Appalachian Spiritual Retreats or also through our personal Facebook pages.
Yes. And also, too, the retreat dates are up, guys. We got that going on. And also, we have our first ever spiritual fair that we're putting on.
Yeah, and that's coming up in June, guys. It's less than 6 months away.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're healing and having fun.
Yep.
But yeah, very first one that I'm ever aware of in the 40 years that I've been alive. Yes, 40. I hit that milestone. I don't
We
know if
did.
talked
I
about
think we
it.
did talk about that
Yeah.
because we talked about Keith
Stepping into the
and
Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, that was cool. But back to I forgot what I was saying. I ain't even gonna lie. I was plugging. Oh yeah, the spiritual first one that I ever knew that was in the area here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a big deal, very big deal, because we've already had several local vendors that we never knew about reach out to us.
Yeah,
wanted
which
to
is
be a part of it.
exciting.
So it's going to be a nice, good little networking, local networking. We promised as we were coming into this that we were bringing it back home with the Appalachian roots. And we are. And that's what we're getting ready to thrive in this year.
Yes, we are.
Because next year we're actually heading out on the road.
Yes.
2024 is going to be a little different. And if you are listening and you have an event that you know of where we could be of assistance, please reach out and let us know, because we want to travel across the country. We want to make it out to the West Coast.
Yeah.
So anywhere between Virginia and California and up north, preferably. I want to go to the Pacific Northwest. But yeah, if anybody's listening that wants to have us at an event, just reach out and we can work out the details for 2024. And also, we might have some time for a couple events this year. You never know.
Yeah, you never know where Spirit's going to lead us. I'm so excited about this whole year.
We're doing some really cool things with the retreats this year, by the way. We're having 2 a month, which is unheard of. This is our year number 3, by the way, which makes me feel like an old papa, you know. But yeah, I am a daddy, I guess. But yeah, year number 3, that's great. But we've started doing 2 a month, and then also we've included this year a men's retreat, a women's retreat, couples retreat, and that's really cool. And at the couples retreat, we're going to work with Mantra, a local massage therapy place here.
Yes.
Actually, my cousin and her husband. We're going to work with them.
Part of the
tribe. And they're actually going to take part in the event and all that stuff too, like in June. But I forgot. I lost my train of thought again there. I'm just excited
the retreat.
to talk about.
Yeah, we got couples retreats.
Yeah, oh yeah,
and all
yeah.
That,
We're going to offer massage therapy as an option.
And we'll be out in Illinois at the Cambry
absolutely,
House and
in
Forum
August.
in Nauvoo.
Sorry, in September.
Yep. So if you guys are around or in the area,
Yeah.
you need to reach out to Cambry House and Forum and
that's
get
Nauvoo, Illinois.
It's right across.
Come
It's right there on the
spend-
Mississippi.
Come spend the weekend with us.
Yeah.
We'll teach you a thing or
Sure,
two.
we're a good damn time.
Yeah. Listen, if you won't leave, I can guarantee you'll leave there feeling lighter than when you came. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
So come see us.
Yeah, and you guys just don't forget about Appalachian Roots. It is our handmade products, stuff we sell to try to get money back to the sanctuary to help fund me right now because I'm a broke ass bitch.
Hey, we're hustling.
We are hustling. If that's one thing about this path, you feel you know.
You know that hustle.
Yeah, you know
'Cause
that
you don't want to
hustle.
be stuck working for the man. So you
No,
gotta
fuck
hustle.
no, that's not what we're meant to do.
No,
But,
I could never.
But yeah, check out Appalachian Roots. Always Appalachian Spiritual Retreats. Lord, we got all kinds of shit
We
going
do.
on, man.
Yeah. Also, one more thing before we take off here.
Yes.
All this artwork that you see us post on Facebook, Snapchat stories, what have you, it's for sale.
Yeah.
And make us an offer. I'd love for some of this art to go to the right home.
Yeah, it's not meant to stay in the sanctuary.
No, so anything that you see that we post art-wise, even if I'm just adding it to like my art gallery, I do that because I want my little portfolio there. But also, it's for sale. So if you want something, reach out and let me know. Same with Holly; she does the same exact thing.
Yes.
We make them.
They're
They're
all-
all channeled. They're all filled full of meaning, and we'll tell you the full story about them if you do want to purchase them. Which is another cool thing that we want to do this year, but we won't count the chickens before they hatch. So.
Hey, we just booked.
Yeah.
We decided to do the gallery. Y'all don't never know what we're gonna pop up and do.
That's true, right?
But it's gonna happen, and we're excited.
We're always hustling. We're always on the sidelines. If you ain't seeing us out much, it's because we're developing ourselves.
Yep. And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Nope. But anyway, we love you guys.
Love you guys
dearly, the ones who have listened and connect with us energetically, even if we've never met in person.
Yes.
We love you guys. We do. We are truly blessed to be able to use our experiences and our knowledge to help other people.
Heck yeah.
So we are truly blessed to be able to help you guys and to have you all listen to our ramblings. But most importantly, that you are shining that light through us, and then you can do that for other people.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful process.
Be the way showers.
Be the way showers. You are the light. Step into your powers. I promise you it's beautiful.
Yes. Peace out.
Peace out.